Hi, my name's Lee Harrison, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Frequency Mama. This episode is going to be real brief. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I am hoping or open to this channel evolving into. As the name suggests, I am a mama. As of 2018, I have a 2.5-year-old. And so having gone through the birth process, having gone through postpartum and what our Western medical model would term or label postpartum depression, but what I've held as really an initiatory journey where I completely disintegrated, and but that was also so rich and ultimately integrating and healing and expanding. I just felt a real call to use the medium of video and the vehicle of the internet, of YouTube, to hold space for other mothers, women, dads, parents, caregivers, whoever winds up stumbling across this and feels called. I just wanted to create a little space here where we can share our experiences around this really powerful process of becoming a parent, and in that like really learning how to reparent ourselves, and because there's so much that comes up with having a child and of parenting, of loving a child, of it just brings it all up, believe you me. And if you have a kid, you know, right? So that's one reason why I've just felt really called, because I know that to be seen, to be validated, to feel connected during these really soul-growing parts of our journey is so important, and is, I think, of what maybe a lot of us feel we're lacking, or that we would simply really desire more of. So I would say that's like the broad the broad big picture reason that I'm feeling called is of returning from this walk with the dark night of the soul journey, which was my postpartum, of this walk with the dark mother aspect of the great mother, archetypal energy and universal energy, and of bringing back what I gleaned and the gold that I was able to dredge up from the mud, because it felt really muddy, to be quite honest. But to bring that back into the community, I think that that's really important for my own healing, for my own journey, for my own integration, but also then for the collective. So my hope is that whoever stumbles across this channel may find some of the validation and the mirroring and the maybe some inspiration, or maybe they'll be able to let go of maybe shame or judgment that they might be having around their experience. So, and hopefully I'll a lot of what I'm going to be sharing is seated in my own experience. And I'll bring in other resources and ideas to kind of make that more universal, so that other people can feel a connection with it and receive whatever it is that they're needing to receive. So that's the mama part of my Frequency Mama channel. The frequency part has to do with this other area of interest of mine, which is the weird, the strange. I don't find it weird or strange, but maybe other people do. But the aspect of reality that maybe we don't see with our eyes and our ears, or we don't feel with our fingers, but that we do sense and perceive on this other, more subtle level of energy and intuition of in our dreams, in our emotional bodies, our energy bodies. Prior to having a child, starting very young, I'd had lots of different kinds of paranormal experiences, what we'd call paranormal, outside of the realm of consensual reality. Experiences from seeing spirits to having really intense dreams that I've shared with people. I've experienced a whole stint of sleep paralysis episodes, which I'll certainly talk about at some point. Interest in things going on with the disclosure movement and this question around multidimensional and extraterrestrial beings, and how does that all weave into the fact that we are those of us who are parents or people who are involved with children, teachers and camp counselors and whatever, book illustrators. We're bringing up a new generation of children who are coming in. They're coming in from another plane, and they're coming into this plane. They're teaching us, we're teaching them, and there's so much more awareness now, I think, about what, again, the strange or the weird, the paranormal, the disclosure movement, energy, all of that. There's a lot of more momentum around it. I think because of things like the internet, we have access to more information than we ever have. So I think there's like this collective remembering of knowledge and intuitive wisdom that perhaps our ancestors going way back were really in tune with, but have kind of been teased out of the culture, at least here in North America, in the United States, in the dominant culture, which is where I'm at. And I know there's tons of subcultures here. I'm being very general, but I just wanted a place where I could merge all of this that I am experiencing and learning as a mother now, merging that with just my passion around understanding the nature of reality and consciousness and the spiritual realms, and also bringing my background, my career that I had before I became a mother. I was a psychotherapist, and specifically I was a transpersonal psychotherapist and an expressive arts therapist. So transpersonal meaning that I really practiced a therapy that fully honors and incorporates the spiritual and energetic aspect of experience, and expressive arts, just using the arts and the creative flow to be able to understand ourselves and see ourselves and access parts of ourselves that don't really necessarily vibe with our more cerebral ways of knowing. Arts like journaling and collage and movement and anything that kind of connects to the senses and to the nonverbal, the non-linear, the liminal. I have training in that, and I worked in that intensively. So that field of experience will certainly make its way into this channel as well, I'm sure. What else? Maybe that feels complete for right now. I think you get the gist. It's like a mom's group or a parents group for weird junkies, for metaphysical folks, for or people who just are really kind of on a heart-centered path of awakening to their own love for themselves, and by extension their love for the circles around them and for the planet and for the universe. I just at this point just want to be of service, and I want to do that in a way where it's coming from a place of joy and inspiration for me. And so I just have a gut feeling, and I've received very direct messages from guidance around that this would be a really good part of that process. I do channel, so maybe I'll channel on this channel. I don't know. And I'm also learning tarot, so I might bring some of my tarot learnings or questions or reflections to this channel as well. I don't know. It's gonna be a yummy stew of stuff. So I don't know, I can't remember if I mentioned this. If you're curious to hear more about my postpartum journey and how that really ties into doing this kind of process on video, you can take a look. I created a playlist called Sophia Risen. That's my other passion project. It's a collaboration that I'm doing. It's another channel. But number 2 on that channel is the introduction to me. And in that introduction, I talk a lot more about my experience of bringing a child into the world of postpartum depression as an initiation, and my walk in this dark night of the soul with the Dark Mother. I think it'll give you a little more of an idea of where I'm coming from, and will tie into why I'm doing this now, creating video. And if you like it, you can subscribe to Sophia Risen. We're going to try to post there once a week. You can subscribe here if you just want to hear more from me around being a mother, being a parent, a father, a caregiver, a carer, a nurturer, a woman, a man, non-binary, whatever it is your however you identify. This is really a place for everyone. So long as you're just feeling a resonance, and I trust that we'll attract each other. So I will upload videos here as much as I can. I'm pretty busy with my toddler. He's not in preschool yet, so I'm full on with him all the time. So I will at Sophia Rising. We'll load videos there once a week, and I'll load videos here as I can. I'll try for once a week, but we'll see. It really just depends. At any rate, thanks so much for visiting, for taking the time to watch this video, and I wish you so much loving support and guidance and joy on your journey. Take good care.